Hi, let's talk about your internship journal. And I just want to go over the expectations so that you can complete your internship journal properly and get it all done in one fell swoop. So you can see on the screen, I have the internship journal template open. That's what you're going to have to use. And we expect one template to be completed per day that you've worked at your internship. So go ahead and fill this out, put your name, date, hours in there. Duties and projects is pretty straightforward. We just want you to talk about the tasks that you completed that day. And then beneath that, any new skills that you learned or training that you got at the internship. So if it was new for that day at the internship, go ahead and tell us about it. And then under that is the observations section and the reflections section. And this is where I just want to give a little more explanation about what we're looking to see. So first of all, we're looking to see that you're being very thoughtful about the things that you've learned in school and how you apply them on the job. So let me go over an example. Let's say that in your human relations class, you learned about small group interactions. Under reflections, you could talk a little bit about what you learned in school. So we'll go with small group interactions. And then under observations, tell us a little bit about how what you learned in school matches with what you're seeing on the job. So the small groups that you're working with at the internship in our example. And in that part, you can use any class, anything that you've learned in any of your classes. So maybe it's something from written communications, or maybe it's something from Introduction to Psychology, or the diversity class, or the software projects class, or whatever class you want to use. And it can be helpful if you just pick one thing that you learned, do your reflection about that one thing, and then tie it in with the observations there. And again, we're looking for you to be really thoughtful about making those connections in those two spots. Okay, so you'll have one template done per day. At the very end of your entire internship then, you need to compile all those entries into one Word document. So you can see here on the screen, I have my cursor at the very end of the document. I'm going to pretend I have all of my internship journal entries written, and now I'm ready to pop them all together. I'm under the Insert tab in Word. I'm going to go to the text group and use the Object command. So I can either click on Object or do the down arrow and click on Object. Either way works great. Under Create from File, for me, these already exist. I've already created several examples. I have them done and saved. So go to Create from File and click Browse. And then you have to go find those internship journal entries. I have mine in a folder called Zipped Journal Entries. They're not really zipped, it's just the name. I have number 1 displayed on the screen, so I'm ready to insert number 2. And again, each of these is already done and filled out and saved. All right, just got to slide this over a little bit. Click OK. Word will then insert that journal entry next, and then I'll just go through that entire process again, going all the way to the bottom of my document, clicking Insert, Object, and doing all the journal entries there. And then when they're all together, you can just do a simple File Save As, and that's what I need you to submit to Blackboard. If you have any questions, or if you want to do one journal entry and email it to me so I can sort of make sure you're on the right track, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. And then I also just have to give you a friendly reminder that you want to complete this journal entry, not want to, you're going to complete this journal entry at the end of the day that you worked. Otherwise, it's just too hard. If you procrastinate and put it off, it's too hard to think back onto the duties that you did or what observations that you have. So put in your schedule every day that you work at your internship, just put a little 30 minutes at the end of the day for you to get the journal done as well.